The world experiences 12 cybercrimes per second, and a total of 1 million people are victims to these crimes daily. If that isn't alarming enough, the recent security breaches in giant companies such as Sony highlight the dangerous situation cybersecurity is in. We use the internet every day to watch movies, read news, listen to music, socialize, and research. The internet is definitely making our lives easy and enjoyable. Nonetheless, the network is so big that it cannot be controlled or limited since it is common privilege to everyone who uses it. With ever-growing with ever-growing virtual networks, society faces one of the biggest challenges yet: how to manage information and prevent your private information from getting in the wrong hands. As an attempt to deny any virtual crimes cybersecurity has made. However, even with all these prevention efforts, hackers always seem to have the upper hand. That's why criminal hacking must be solved as soon as possible by combining three solutions: changing cybersecurity's way of information sharing that helps keeping the information more secure, cyber supply chain security since it is the main problem of cybersecurity, cyber self-defense because victims must know how to do their part in hacking prevention because of the because of the whole population knows how to react against malware and cybercrimes will be much less frequent. The internet the internet holds our most private information. Each one of us today is exposed to those hackers via internet. Our personal information and sometimes our private lives can be stripped away instantly. Sometimes hacker attacks are very big to an extent that they impose a huge threat to a nation's economy and security. This year, a giant US company called JP Morgan was attacked by a group of hackers. As a result, the secure information for 76 million households and 7 million businesses got compromised. And another efficient way to illegally access private information is through the use of malware and so-called viruses. There are countless types of malware, and the internet is filled with them. Sometimes, if one is not cautious enough and lets the intrusion inside its device, messages start to pop up and unknown files start to appear out of nowhere. First, the before mentioned combination of solutions that plan defenses wisely by information sharing. Usually, after companies are penetrated by security breaches, they hide all the technical information about holes in the system and overall system performance in fear of that the hackers acquire this information. But in fact, that the collection of reports can be very helpful when shared with the private and public sectors. This is very efficient to predict the counter future attacks and also enables other companies to improve their security. But giving away this collection is not that easy as it can come with unintended damages and risk. This way, it would be a concentrated workforce targeting hacker attacks, which is very efficient and make crimes much less likely to happen, or at least makes the jobs much harder for pirates. Also, if also it can prevent future damages to all companies while working together and sharing resources to solve a common problem, which makes this change cost efficient. The next advantage of the solution combination is indexing products in terms of security by changing cyber supply chain legislation. Most people think that cybersecurity problems reside mostly on the software side. They say that the company's software gets infected, they can update it easily and stop the damages from occurring to an extent. On the other hand, when that problem happens on the hardware side, fixing it is nearly impossible. There is a big number of products that is already infected that production in much in which malware is embedded, which instantly makes the detection really hard. If discovered, the most common way to counter this infection is by disposing of the object, which is very costly, slow, and inefficient. This gives the consumers the choice to take risks or to go safe. The third advantage is the combination of fighting fire with fire, also known as cyber self-defense. Most of the time, changes in legislation take a really long time. Many governments and companies are using sophisticated tactics to trap and uncover the hidden attackers. The last advantage of this combination is awareness, as, as in education by training in cybersecurity. Although some actions were taken to raise awareness, they are definitely not enough. People were not very affected by this awareness program, so the government didn't pay too much time on them. In addition to that, there should be training available on non-IT workforce. Nearly every job today is managed by companies and networks and virtual systems. Um, Some might say that legislation change is very slow and may never happen. However, changes in cybersecurity laws are the only way to counter criminal hacking on the big scale. In conclusion, cybersecurity legislation change seems to be the most effective way to solve cybercrime, especially if the law is concerned with information sharing, cybersecurity, chain security, and cyber defense. Um, the combination of these three solutions is the optimal way to solve cybersecurity problems once and for all, and we should indeed go for it.